So far, at least 47 people have died in an E. coli outbreak in Europe that has sickened nearly 4,000 people. That is reigniting the debate over food safety in this country, with those who favor strengthening the FDA squaring off against deficit-cutting opponents.
In the wake of foodborne illnesses linked to bad eggs, peanuts, and spinach, the Food Safety Modernization Act was signed into law early this year. It promised the most sweeping change to our nation's food safety since the late 1930s, supplying fresh funds to beef up FDA inspections and oversight.
We ought to regard this as a priority and provide the Food and Drug Administration with the resources that it needs in order to be able to protect our food supply.
But earlier this month, a deficit-minded House slashed more than $200 million from the FDA's food safety budget for fiscal 2012, from a proposed $955 million to $750 million, nearly $90 million less than the agency now receives.
The food supply in America is very safe because the private sector self-polices because they have the highest motivation.
Proponents of the cuts arguing our food is 99.99% safe, pointing to the self-policing policies of brand-name companies.
They don't want to be sued. They don't want to go broke. They want their customers to be healthy and happy.
Meanwhile, the CDC estimates 48 million Americans get sick each year from tainted food, resulting in about 128,000 hospitalizations and some 3,000 deaths. And just last week, this government report cited safety concerns over the rising flood of imported foods, nearly 4 billion pounds from China last year alone, including 70% of all apple juice consumed in the U.S.
15 to 20% of all the food that the Americans consume comes from overseas, 2/3 of fruits and vegetables, and 80% of shrimp is coming from overseas, and we have only the ability these days to inspect less than 2%.